Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And once again, a lot of low-hanging clouds. And speaking of low-hanging clouds, look at this beautiful shot from up north in Okanagan County. It's from our Sky-Fi Tower camera at Billy Goat. And looking down at the Columbia River where the Methow River joins the Columbia. Of course, that's Brewster. You can barely see Brewster underneath the clouds. And of course, Mount Kalispell up along the Canadian border. You can see that poking out above the clouds. Beautiful shot from our Sky-Fi Tower camera. Not much moisture. In fact, the numbers are in now for the month of November. And check this out. Top 10 driest Novembers. We are right there on top of that list in Wenatchee. We only picked up 0.11 of an inch of moisture the entire month of November. That is third driest November all time in the Wenatchee area. Keep in mind, we pick up normally about 1.38 inches of moisture in November. We all knew it was a dry one, and here we have proofs. Tehican also on that list, as well as Ephrata, a very dry November, and Cooley Dam. But we do have moisture in our forecast, so that could all change as we go into December now, and we'll have more on your weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The Shaston Water District is dealing with financial confusion as it moves toward a merger with the Chelan County PUD. More bad than good news in the latest unemployment report for the Wenatchee Valley. And a new phone scam is hitting the Wenatchee Valley, this time with the caller claiming to be Chelan County Sheriff Rick Johnson. But first, we begin tonight. Members of a major Christian rock band say they've been stalked and threatened by a Wenatchee woman, and they've gone to court to get her to stop. NCWLIFE reporter Jefferson Robbins has more on this strange story.
Skillet is a 4-member Christian rock group based in Memphis with a huge fan base and 24 years of touring under their belt. They also say they've been threatened by a Wenatchee woman, and on Tuesday their lawyer won a temporary restraining order to keep her away from the individual band members and their upcoming concerts. Skillet's attorney didn't return messages seeking comment, but the documents he's filed in Chelan County District Court say over the last 2 years, the 28-year-old woman has expressed desires to commit a mass shooting at a Skillet concert. She allegedly followed the band to concerts and public appearances around the country, and last March delivered a disturbing note in person to a member of the band's crew. A police report says that same month, she sneaked into a Skillet concert in Saginaw, Michigan, after her ticket was revoked over security concerns. NCWLIFE has chosen not to name the woman, who has said she lives with mental illness and has not been charged criminally. The temporary restraining order forbids her from approaching any venue where Skillet is performing, recording, rehearsing, or appearing until a court hearing next week. The band wants to extend that prohibition for more than a year. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
The Shaston Water District is dealing with financial confusion as it moves toward a merger with the Chelan County PUD. The state auditor's office found the small district overpaid its general manager over the last 3 years to the tune of $5,500 and paid more than $9,000 last year to a private business owned by one of its own commissioners. The district says it was dealing with staff turnover and major costs from the Bluebird warehouse fire in March, plus an E. coli contamination in one of its wells in the fall of 2017, and has since regained control of its finances. The district has an annual budget of about $300,000. It hopes to complete the merger with the PUD in the next 6 to 12 months. Well, more bad than good news in the latest unemployment report for the Wenatchee Valley, rather. According to the State Employment Security Department, local monthly unemployment rates have crept upwards during the past 11 months from December of 2018 through October 2019. Also, year over year, total non-farm employment in the Wenatchee MSA has either stagnated or declined in each of the past 4 months from July through October of this year. In October of 2019, the Wenatchee MSA non-farm market tallied 47,000 jobs, which is a 200-job or 0.4% downturn from the 47,200 jobs provided in October of 2018. The good news is the civilian labor force has expanded in 27 of the last 28 months, indicating that more residents are entering the Wenatchee Valley labor force. Well, a new phone scam is hitting the Wenatchee Valley. This time, the caller claiming to be Chelan County Sheriff Rick Johnson. The Wenatchee Police Department says the calls come from a local cell number with the scammer saying the potential victim failed to appear in court that day. They then go on to say a warrant has been issued for the arrest of the victim's nephew, and Walmart gift cards must be sent in order to clear that warrant. Among the many things wrong with that information is government agencies do not accept gift cards. In addition, the Chelan County Sheriff's name is actually Brian Burnett, not Rick Johnson. Well, coming up next, East Wenatchee will have a new mayor for the first time in 28 years after Geraldine Crawford was sworn in at Tuesday's city council meeting. After about 2 weeks of not accepting new cats or offering the ones they had for adoption, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is back in the cat business, and plans are beginning to take shape for the new Chelan County PUD Service Center in Old Station. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Are you like many who are lacking in their retirement plan but are skeptical to talk to an advisor? Are you concerned about where you should put your money or who to trust? At Solomon Financial, we are more about the people we serve than policies or products. We are a fee-based fiduciary with the mission of giving you the peace of mind so you can live the retirement of your dreams. If you have any of these questions or concerns, we'd welcome you to come see us.
Welcome back. In another news, East Wenatchee will have a new mayor for the first time in 28 years after Geraldine Crawford was sworn in at Tuesday's city council meeting. Crawford defeated Tim Dietering in the November election. Also sworn in was Christine Johnson as the newest member of the council. In addition, current council members who were elected 2 new terms were sworn in last night. They include John Sturck, Harry Robb, and Shane Magdoff. The new terms officially begin January 1st. The council also took the opportunity to recognize Jeannie Bryant for 30 years of service, Police Chief Randy Harrison for 38 years of service, and thanked Mayor Steve Lacey for his 28 years of leading the city. Well, after about 2 weeks of not accepting new cats or offering the ones they had for adoption, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is back in the cat business. Cats were placed under quarantine November 20th after the virus panleukopenia was detected in a litter of stray cats. Renee Parkins of the Humane Society says the scare has passed.
So as a precautionary response, about 2 weeks ago, we had a litter of kittens that came in. One of them tested positive for the panleukopenia virus, which is basically feline parvo. So as a precautionary response to that, we did put our cats in the adoptable hall and our stray halls on quarantine, and we did close the shelter to incoming cats just to make sure that we had caught it and it wasn't going to spread. Successfully, our 2-week hold is up and we are open and back for adoption. And as you can see, we have many healthy, adorable cats that are waiting for homes that have been here for that 2-week period, and they are ready to have adopters come in and say hello and go home.
In other news, plans are beginning to take shape for the new Chelan County PUD Service Center in Old Station. From now through December, the PUD will be taking suggestions from you, the customers, about how parts of that new building should look. Here's a video provided by the PUD about how you can help.
Exciting things are happening at your Chelan PUD. We've been connecting customers in a 3,000 square mile valley for more than 80 years. We all share a love for mountains, farms, and rivers in this place we call home. And now we're going to consolidate all of our Wenatchee operations in one location in Old Station to provide even better, more efficient services to you, our customers. Come take a virtual ride with us through the new home of your PUD. And we want you to be part of helping to create the public spaces at our service center. What should be on the public plaza? What would you like to see in the public lobbies? What would make you feel at home in this new space? Give us your ideas. Maybe it's a conservation demonstration corner, or lots of historic pictures from the early days of the PUD. Tell us what you think. Visit chelanpud.org/service center and give us your ideas.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee believes a clean home is a happy home. Mary Maids provides holiday cleaning services to cheer about. Don't let the seasonal cleaning ruin the festive fun. Mary Maids can simplify your life at a great value. It's never too soon to start planning a holiday perfect home. Mary Maids of Wenatchee happily offers a worry-free guarantee. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Call Mary Maids today.
Some jobs are a calling. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support local firefighters. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select firefighter organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Firefighters Affinity debit card.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community, and that's pretty useful for everyone. Be a job creator. Donate. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Chelan County Fire District 1 Chief Brian Brett says the agency is moving forward with plans to add a second firefighting helicopter to its fleet. In tonight's feature story, Brett talked about the plans in a recent conversation with NCWLIFE Special Correspondent Steve Hare.
We have a great partnership with the DNR, and we've historically operated the helicopter out of the Sunny Slope Fire Station. However, we have a hangar and facilities in Malaga. It's a little bit easier spot to take off and land from, more of a conducive facility to be the primary helicopter operating spot. So we relocated that helicopter program out there, which still frees up the Sunny Slope site. And we had an airframe fuselage and a ton of inventory that we loaded up and hauled over to Northwest Helicopters in Tumwater, because we aspire to build the second helicopter. We potentially have half of the cost to build this helicopter in inventory, and hopefully we can get it spooled up by wildland season and potentially enter into another contract with the DNR to supplement their fleet or be on a call when needed program.
What would that mean to your district to have 2 helicopters?
Well, it would be fantastic. We're a little bit selfish in the interests here. It's a great partnership with the DNR, which makes this possible for us, but it selfishly gives us air assets right here in our backyard. When they get dispatched, those guys are out in the helicopter getting ready to take off within 5 minutes. I believe they're off the ground in less than 10. And with the fuels and topography we have around our fire district, getting that air support immediately on these fires is critical need for us.
That makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yes. And if we had another one out here, whenever they deployed one, we would still have one right here in our backyard versus waiting for Ellensburg, Yakima, Omak, or the next closest one.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's take a look outside our weather window. Taking a look at the Wenatchee Valley, taking a look down at East Wenatchee here. Of course, Wenatchee on the other side of the river. Just a little bit of snow left around most of the Wenatchee Valley. Did melt quite a bit throughout the day today with slightly warmer temperatures. Not warm by any means, but it was a little better than we've seen the past couple of days. And a lot of those low-hanging foggy clouds. It started off this morning, and we did see those throughout the day as well. Officially, high temperatures today, not all that warm, but about where we should be for this time of year. I mentioned that is a warm-up compared to the last couple of days. 35 our high temperature today unofficially, and that's where we should be for this time of year. Low temperatures also almost exactly where we should be. 27 this morning, 26 is our normal low temperature. Record high 55, that was in 1975. Record low 5 degrees in 1984. Sunrise this morning was at 7:31, and the sun set this afternoon at 4:11. Let's take a peek at how your Thursday weather forecast shapes up. Not a lot of change compared to today. We've had a very persistent forecast with that inversion and those clouds sticking very low to the surface, and that's just kept our temperatures about the same as our low and then our afternoon high. They haven't been a whole lot different. That's going to stay the same. 36 at Freda, Moses Lake, and Quincy. We will also be at 36 in Wenatchee tomorrow, 36 for Eniat and Chelan. We're going to stay with 36 all the way up into Omak. Surface loop now. Let's take a look at how tonight shapes up. We will see mostly cloudy skies. It will be calm and mild. Here's our next storm and weather maker right out here in the Pacific. It will slowly move east inland over the next couple of days, not really bringing us anything until later this week. By Thursday, cloudy. It will be calm. Seasonal means temperatures about where they should be as we get into Thursday and our afternoon tomorrow. Once again, there's that big storm system continuing to wrap its way a little bit closer to the coast. And by Friday, here we go. Showers all through at least north central and western Washington. This will be evening showers on Friday, folks. So later at night, 40% chance of rain mixed with snow. You can see most of the snow will be in the Cascades. Not ruling out a few flying flakes out there for Friday night. Still some lingering showers on Saturday morning. I think that will be mainly in the form of rain as we kick off our weekend. It will continue to be on the mild side as we warm up throughout this week. We're talking temperatures on Saturday near 40 degrees. Even warmer than that for Sunday as a big ridge of high pressure builds. And this green area, yeah, that indicates mid to upper 40s, and we will see that throughout eastern and parts of central Washington. As we get into Monday, mostly sunny, temperatures near normal. You can see not much happening yet, but here's our next stormy system, and that's moving in next week and will bring us probably our best shot for snow here in the valley floors that we've seen in a while. It will begin on Tuesday with increasing clouds. We do have isolated flurries late in the day on Tuesday, but look at the size of this storm system. That's moving our way about a week from now, and you can expect some snow then, and we'll talk much more about that as we make our way through the rest of this week. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. I mentioned temperatures not much different between highs and lows. 33 expected overnight tonight, and only 36 for our high tomorrow, so not much different there. 33 again the low, but then we begin the warm-up. Some fog in the morning, a good chance for rain by Friday night, and 39. 41 with some morning showers on Saturday. Look at the beautiful day we're going to expect on Sunday. Morning fog giving way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. 43 degrees, and then a bit of a cool down. Upper 30s for Monday and Tuesday, but not bad with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
If you want to work in IT, here's a tip. Employers value IT certifications. 91% say they play a key role in hiring. 72% require them for certain job openings. Improve your odds of getting the job. Enroll in the Computer Networking Systems program at Charter College. In 14 months, you could earn an associate degree and 6 IT certifications. Get started at chartercollege.edu/IT, where we work to get you to work.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Thanks for Dan for filling in the last couple of days. Chris Peterson surprised the college football world by announcing this week he's stepping away from coaching the Washington Huskies. Current Seahawks and former USC coach Pete Carroll says he can understand Peterson's decision.
The college thing is really, really demanding in terms of the constant recruiting pressure, and strain. It's really the strain of it, that it just doesn't go away. Because as soon as you're on the next year always anyway, and so it's just an ongoing process, and that's one part of it. But the other part of it is just the demands of being on top is for a guy who's a great ball coach and staying out there, and it's a strain now, I totally understand, why he would make his choice, and anybody that does, this is a cauldron of competitiveness, and it's most challenging, and he's a dead serious, want to get it done in great fashion, huge, high standards, and expectations for himself and all that. And he was highly successful, kick butt, and he's going to do some other stuff and kick butt, whatever that is too.
Meanwhile, Carroll is busily preparing the Seahawks to face the Rams in L.A. Sunday night. He says he will be, and his team will be in for another challenge from a team really playing well.
We know we have another terrific opponent. It just seems like one after another. We just keep getting challenged by it, and the teams keep bringing special players and schemes and histories of winning and all that stuff that just makes this a great run and a great challenge. Going down to the Coliseum is always kind of fun and all that, but this starts really the fourth quarter for us, and we got to get going, and we got to play good football all the way down the stretch, and this is a very difficult challenge. They played so good last week against the Cardinals. They just looked almost infallible, and so we saw them at their best, which is always good for us in getting prepared. So we got to get ready to go.
Now, it's widely touted that Carroll has created a fun atmosphere in which to play in Seattle. He says it's all about playing football, not working it.
Well, I do, and it's always been, you play football, and I like to go back to that thought, you don't work football, you don't drudgery through football, you play it, and these guys love to play this game. They've grown up as kids loving it, and I don't ever want to lose connection with that. So just having a good time doing it, figuring out how to lighten up the atmosphere while we work really hard and maintain standards, and I'm going to find a way. If we're not having fun, I feel like I'm screwing up, to tell you the truth. And so it should be a good time, and we should be practicing with great energy and juice and hauling butt around here and everything we're doing. But you can have a good time doing that too, and it's just been the way we do it.
Seattle faces Los Angeles on Sunday Night Football on the road to end the weekend, 5:20 in the evening Sunday on NBC. Well, the Wenatchee Wild wrap up their 4-game homestand tonight with Penticton in town. The V's lead the interior division of the BCHL with 47 points. Wenatchee sits in 4th with 34 points. Tonight's game marks the return of center Sam Morton, who was part of the Wild team back when they won the Fred Page Cup in 2017. Voice of the Wenatchee Wild, Arch Ecker, explains why Morton is back.
He ended up going off to college. Well, he's decided to move on to a different school. He was at Union College for the last year and a half, and but NCAA rules being what they are, you can't just transfer directly and play, from one school to another.
You got to sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, so he still has junior eligibility left. So to stay sharp and prepare for the coming season, he's coming back to Wenatchee, and so. That's something we're very much looking forward to. And for Sam, a bit of a homecoming. He gets to slip right back into his own billet house and right back into a community that is very responsive to him, and likewise. So should be fun.
Arch Ecker is a guest on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. The puck drops at 6 tonight at the Town Toyota Center. Prep basketball season got underway last night with games throughout the region. As we check the Les Schwab Prep girls scoreboard, the Wenatchee Panthers fell on the road to Meade 66-29. Quincy topped Cascade 34-20. Kittitas edged Riverside Christian 36-34. Turning to the boys' side, Meade a winner over Wenatchee 6-145. Ephrata beat Cashmere 50-34. Cascade edged Quincy 42-41. It was Riverside Christian blasting Kittitas 73-59. Also, girls bowling yesterday afternoon. It was a day of sweeps in the Big Nine as Eastmont swept Moses Lake 4-0, while Ike topped West Valley, and Davis shut out Sunnyside 4-0. Wildcats improved to 2-2 with a win. The Chiefs fell to 2-1. Eastmont back at the lanes earlier today hosting Davis. We'll have that score for you tomorrow morning. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, back to you.
Nice to have you back, Eric. Thanks. Finally tonight, the North Cascades Highway is still open to travelers. The latest in the season, it's been accessible for more than a decade. How much longer that will last is in question, however, with the Washington State Department of Transportation reporting a mix of snow and rain today on Highway 20. The mountain highway connecting Winthrop and the western side of the Cascades typically opens in late April or early May and is closed again in late November or early December. In 2008, the highway stayed open until December 15th. The latest closure on record was in 1989, when it stayed open until January 3rd, 1990. In 1976, though, a drought year, the pass stayed open all year, which is the only time that has ever happened. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. I invite you to join me for a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. My guests will be Rufus Woods and Eldine Wall. They are both members of the North Central Educational Foundation, and they just gave about 140 teachers money to keep doing the good job that they do so well. My conversation with Eldine and Rufus will air tomorrow morning, plus your news report, your sports report. We got passes, weather, and everything you're used to. Start your day off the right way, the local way. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from this very studio starting at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solely on Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solely on Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.